The wolf monologue. Nick of time, mate. Nick of time. I never thought I'd be glad to see a man from the tabloid. No offence, mate. The Sun, too. Well, if you've got to be popular press, might as well be market leader, eh? Know what I mean? Thanks a bunch, anyways. God, see the look on that lumberjack's face. Murderous or what? I wasn't going to get any kind of hearing, was I? Lynch mentality. Talk about jumping to conclusions. He was so wrong, I'm telling you. Whew. Close call or what? You turned up in a nick, mate. I owe you. Straight up. Look at him. He's still needing restraint. Adrenaline's dangerous stuff inside you bipeds. Know what I mean? Least I can do is offer you the real story. Exclusive if you like. No, I don't want nothing for it. Just want the record straight. For posterity, much as anything. Anyway, down to business. Don't stare, mate. I know I'm not much of a looker. The beating that lumberjack gave me didn't help. We're no worse than many an human. No kidding. We just get a bad press, if you'll excuse the expression. I don't know if you've ever thought about it, but these days it's not all it's cracked up to be. Being a dyed-in-the-wool carnivore. All these animal rights nutters. Bunch of arrogant vegans with attitude, if you ask me. Don't think I haven't tried to eat the fruits of the forest neither. Nutritionally alien, mate. We ain't made to digest them. Well, it'd be like your jaws trying to crack a fat thigh bone and suck its marrow. You know, all that syrupy savouriness slipping slowly down your parched throat. Like a bee sucking nectar. Sorry, lost me train a bit, didn't I? Sometimes I says to myself, if only I could give up meat, especially nuts in such short supply, but seriously, where's the harm? So long as it comes from contented cattle, know what I mean? I do have a conscience, you know. Fellow quadrupeds and all that. Matter of fact, that's just what I was saying when I saw that little girl, all dressed in her red coat and tweed Debenhams accessories. She was... Wow, she looked so well fed, all plump and pink and fresh like. I was starving. Juicy's running crazy. Tempted to make her a main course there and then. Something stopped me. Conscience make cowards of us all, eh? Well, I get to my own, see? The missus and I have the devil's own job keeping our little blighters in regular grub. Mind you, I did spare mine a thought when that little girl flickered her eyelids my way. Do all 10-year-olds wear eyeshadow, mascara and scarlet lipstick? She did look a stunner though, till she spoke. Know what I mean? I worked in some packs, I can tell you, but I was seriously shocked. What a precocious little brat she turned out to be. Patronising too. I was sorry I'd suppressed my instincts and had second thoughts. Oh, sorry, Mr. Wolf, she began. I thought I smelt something putrefying. I had no idea it was canine halitosis. Yeah, them's her exact words, all hoity-toity like. Aren't you taking a bit of a risk out here on your own? I thought your hopeless sense of direction made you go everywhere in packs. I hate that, don't you? When folk ask a question but leave no space for your answer. I stand there struck dumb, assailed by verbal sewage. Went to a good school too. Local comprehensives don't turn out that BBC received pronunciation stuff. I'm Red Riding Hood. I'm off to my grandmother to take these cakes I made at school. They didn't turn out very well, so she can have them. Her taste is so poor she won't know the difference. I can tell you something else, doggy. Can you believe that? Doggy! Me! Every present I take adds to her dotage. Any day now, she'll pop her clogs, and that picturesque little cottage is mine. Nasty, eh? I know you folks see all sides, and a disproportionate amount of the worst side, but this one was evil. No other word for it, mate. Evil. On she goes. She says, not only that, but she has a fortune in shares as well. Greedy little beggar, eh? That's not the worst, neither. She finishes up, if I were you, doggy, I'd leave now before my uncle comes. He's a woodcutter. Goes nowhere without his axe. He can't stand Alsatians. Or any kind of Asians for that matter. He's all skin, head and muscle. Well, you saw she was right there. Then she guffaws like a drain. Kids these days. I'd ban TV and Xbox tomorrow if I had my chance. Such gutter-worthy language. Really turned me over. I felt sorry for her old grandma. So I decided, this is where I made my big mistake, more fool me for my soft heart, to pay her a quick visit and tip her off. Set the dear old lady right, know what I mean? Balance her rose-coloured perceptions of her grandchild. I know, but it seemed a responsible thing to do at the time. Not difficult getting to the cottage ahead of Miss Hood. She ain't no peak condition despite her youth. Too many games less than snogging and sharing fags, I shouldn't wonder. Front door's ajar, so I nip in. So that's not breaking and entering, is it? Right? The old girl is relaxing in front of her fire, with likely her fourth G&T, all glowing, flush with euphoria. Not pretty, but sweet. Well, my heart went out. A picture of grace and contentment. So I walks calmly up to her, wagging me tail and holding up me head to be patted, real friendly like. I could not have imagined, in my worst nightmare, the sort of welcome I'd get. She screams, drops her glass, and dashes round the room like a moth round a light bulb. Gets as far away from me as she can. Can you believe that? Not an ounce of me civility reciprocated. Her false choppers are bared like the fangs of Dracula. Then she picks up the poker, still red hot, mind, and throws it at me. I managed, despite my reasonable astonishment, to get out of its path. Then more missiles. Whatever's to hand. So I'm dodging round the room, sidestepping kitchen knives, cruets, spoons, cups and saucers. It's like World War III, I'm telling you. I bark a few times to call out, truce, but no use. Next thing, a whole rack of pots and pans drops on me. Don't know how long before I came round, seeing stars and wondering where I am. I'm under an oven cloth with loads of pans on top of me. Then I see the old girl's shoes straight ahead. I wince and cower like a domestic dog. Don't record that, mate. She's lying on her back, toes towards the ceiling. Well, I've seen that look before. Panic, eyes staring up at the rafters. I can't believe it. Honest to God, Gov. She's as dead as a bleeding dodo. Must have had an heart attack. What a let off, eh? I'm just about to scarp her when I hear boots on the gravel of her drive. Red Riding Hood. God, if she finds her gran in this state, she'll be celebrating before the hour's out. I'll make a snap decision, if you'll excuse the expression. Now, please believe me, I was not hungry. Recent events have totally ruined my appetite. I feel it is my duty to make sure this avaricious little parasite, what her granny loved so much, don't capitalise immediately on her unexpected fortune. It was what the old lady would have wanted, if you like. had she been appraised of all the facts. Which was, after all, why I was there in the first place, if you remember. It was all an animal like myself could do in the circumstances. Yeah, I know. But think about it. We ain't down with foxes as particularly smart, are we? Well, I practically swallowed the old girl in 3 big mouthfuls, cunningly keeping her nightcap and shawl from my jaws. Then I jumps into her bed, wearing her clothes best as I can. The rest is history, as they say. That little minx is not so easily fooled, though. The old girl's whiskers were more prominent than mine, and she had nowhere near as much hair. My own fault, I suppose. Shouldn't have interfered in the affairs of men. In all honesty, though, Gov, I meant no harm. You muck about with other species' cultures at your peril, don't you? Know what I mean? Well, if you, Mr. Murdoch, or your paper can do anything to get me out of this mess, I'd appreciate it. The way circumstantial evidence piles up is unreal when folks start out with a prejudice. I'm the good guy in all this. Straight up. A fair hearing's all I ask. Despite your human reputation for having no true sense of justice, I feel sure there must be, in fairer men, a predisposition to hear both sides of a story before adjudicating. Know what I mean? Or would you rather believe her?